I want to talk Greenland. Donald Trump was talking Greenland this morning as he heads to Davos. This is after threatening to take Greenland by hook or by crook. He's threatened tariffs against NATO nations. He said this morning that he saved NATO, but perhaps with this aggression, whichever way you see it, that would destroy NATO. That is at least the claim from some of these NATO nations. Let's go live to CNN international diplomatic editor Nick Robertson, who's in Greenland. First of all, Nick, how do the people of Greenland feel about all of this?
Yeah, there's a sense that this is all sort of happening in a way that they're sort of watching their destiny as bystanders, because President Trump is going to be in Switzerland. He'll be meeting with European Union leaders there. People here are really happy about the strength of unity, strength of support, talk about the United States not being able to, cross the lines of sovereignty, territorial integrity, all those sorts of issues that are important to people here as a sort of a collective European NATO defense or wall, if you will, diplomatic wall to what President Trump wants to do. But I think the hard reality for a lot of people is it's happening. They're having a voice, of course, through their own parliament members, the Prime Minister speaking today, warning people that even the use of military force by the United States can't be ruled out, that they should be prepared and ready for that. But people are raising their voices at protest, but they're not there, obviously, with President Trump, and that's where they see the danger lying for their future. So, yeah, they're going to be watching Davos and what the president says there very, very closely.
I mean, we're a little way away from this, but if the US was to send in troops there, what kind of reaction do you think we would see from the people of Greenland?
Well, the United States sent in troops yesterday, along with Canadian troops, to their space base in the north, the very north of Greenland. And that's part of their normal rotation. They have a permanent presence on that base. They do training there through the winter. They're doing it with Canadian troops. If they were sent here in a hostile manner, because, of course, they're up there with the permission of the will, if you will, of Greenland and the Danish government, those US troops. But if they were to come with force and fire upon Danish troops, whose presence here has been increased over the last few days, the Danish troops are obligated through their constitution to defend the kingdom of Denmark. So even when they're in Greenland, which is part of Denmark, if they were fired upon by US troops, they would constitutionally have to shoot back. The scenarios are unimaginable. Nobody would have thought that at this stage an off-ramp hadn't been found, that this was still part of the discussion. The concern here is real. The Greenland government sent emergency experts here to secure communications facilities, secure vital infrastructure, to rig an early warning system at the request of the Greenland government. President Trump's threats are being taken seriously, and the people are concerned here.
As they should. I mean, it seems to me from what you've just said in the last couple of moments, Nick, is that people of Greenland see themselves as very much Danish. Is there any support for the US coming in and exerting their influence?
A very, very small minority, about 6% in polling last year, said they support the United States coming in. The vast majority of people here seek independence over time from Denmark. And we're talking here 10 years, 20 years, that sort of time frame. They do see themselves, the majority here, 90% of are Inuit, they do see themselves as, a country that wants to break free of what they see as the sort of colonialist infrastructures that Denmark originally had in place, and they're slowly working towards that home rule, and then more autonomy has been what's been happening over recent decades. But to be very, very clear, they're being very united right now and saying that they want to be with Denmark, part of Denmark, because they see that as how they have the support from NATO, how they have the support from the European Union, and that's vital to them right now. So, no, people here, vast majority, do not want to be part of the United States.
And Nick, feels like minus 19 degrees there. I've just looked up. It is minus 14 degrees, but I hope you're thankful that it's not minus 50, because it can get that cold there in Greenland, can't it?
It can get that cold. Earlier in the day, we were standing in the wind, and I have to say, part of my face froze. This is the first time in quite a long career, maybe 30 years of live broadcast, that I've actually worn a hat. So by that measure, even I think it's cold, yeah.
Well, your face is moving, it is not frozen, and the hat looks good. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate it.